Quartiles and the box and whisker plot. If you need to take notes on any slide, pause the video, take notes, and then press play to continue viewing the video. Quartiles are the values that divide a list of numbers into quarters. First, put the list of numbers in order from least to greatest. Then, cut the list into 4 equal parts. The quartiles are at the cuts. Let's look at an example. First, put the values in order from least to greatest. Next, cut the list into quarters. Start with the median. Then, find the median of the values above and below the median. In this example, quartile 1, also called the lower quartile, is 4. We found quartile 1 by looking at the set of numbers below the median. 4 is the median of the lower set of numbers. Quartile 2, which is also the median, is 5. And quartile 3, also called the upper quartile, is 8, because 8 is the median of the set of numbers that appear above the median of the whole set. Like median, sometimes a cut is between two numbers. The quartile is found by finding the average of the two numbers. Let's look at an example. These numbers are already in order. First, cut the list into quarters. Notice that since we have an even number of values in this list, we will have to find the median by finding the average of the two middle numbers. In this example, quartile 2 is halfway between 5 and 6. We find that value by adding 5 plus 6 and dividing the sum by 2. Quartile 2, also called the middle quartile or the median, is 5.5. Let's find the lower and upper quartiles. Again, we will find quartile 1, or the lower quartile, by finding the median of the set of numbers that lie below our quartile 2, or median of the whole set. In this example, quartile 1, or the lower quartile, is 3. Quartile 3, or the upper quartile, is 7. We found it by finding the median of the set of numbers above the median of the whole set. It is useful to find the interquartile range when you are analyzing a set of data. The interquartile range is from quarter 1 to quarter 3. You can find the value of the interquartile range by subtracting quarter 3 minus quarter 1. In this example, we find our quartile 2, or median of the set of numbers, and we find quartile 1 and quartile 3 using the procedures discussed above. In this example, quartile 3 equals 8 and quartile 1 equals 4. We find the interquartile range by subtracting 8 minus 4, and we find that the interquartile range equals 4. We can display our data using a box and whisker plot. Notice that quartiles 1, 2, and 3 make up the box part of your graph. The box begins at quartile 1 and ends at quartile 3. Also notice that quartile 2, or the median, is drawn in to the box. The whisker part of your graph is the line that extends to the left and to the right of your box. The line from quartile 1 to the left of the box indicates what the lowest value is. In this example, the lowest value we have is 2. On the right side of your box, the whisker or line that extends to the right ends at the highest value in our list. In this example, the highest value was 8. Putting it all together, create a box and whisker plot and name the interquartile range for the following set of data. You may want to pause the video and copy down this list of numbers. Remember, you need to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. You might then want to go back and watch the part of the video that explains how to find interquartile range and create a box and whisker plot using these numbers, and walk through step by step the procedure for finding interquartile range and creating a box and whisker plot. Step 1. Put the values in order, least to greatest. Step 2 is to find the quartiles by cutting the list into quarters. In this case, all the quartiles are between numbers. Quartile 1 can be found by adding 4 plus 4 and dividing by 2 and getting 4. Quartile 2, also called the median, is found by adding 10 plus 11 and dividing by 2, getting 10.5. Quartile 3 is found by adding 14 plus 16 and dividing by 2. That gives us 15. It's also helpful to note that the lowest value in our list of values is 3, and the highest value is 18. We need this information so we can create our box and whisker plot. To create your box and whisker plot, you will draw a rectangle from quartile 1 to quartile 3. Draw a line in the box at the median. Then draw your whiskers from quartile 1 extending down to the lowest value in the list, in this case to 3, and then drawing another line on the right side of the box extending to the right to the biggest value in the list, in this case 18. Next, we can find the interquartile range. Remember, we find the interquartile range by subtracting Q3, which in this example is 15, minus Q1. In this example, that's 4. So 15 minus 4 equals 11. The interquartile range is 11. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try these problems on your own. You may want to rewind the video and watch these sections on quartiles and interquartile range while you work through these problems. When you have completed the problems, press play, because the next slides that you see will contain your answers. There are 2 slides with questions. So there's this slide with numbers 1 through 4. And then there's another slide, numbers 5 and 6. and then the last slide contains the answers. Press pause now. Here are the answers to the problems that you tried. If you got an answer wrong, please go back and check your work and find your mistake.